Hi team, thanks so much for coming on. Sorry we're running a little bit late from our last webinar, but man, I'm so excited. When I got that email, I just was jumping for joy because I'm like, wow, all of our team can win this incentive. So raise your hand if you're kind of excited at the moment. Right, I can see hands going crazy. Going crazy. Awesome. I'm so glad you're excited because I'm so excited too. So our webinar tonight is how to win New York. Now, one of the things I'm very proud to say is that every incentive that has ever been offered, I have been able to earn it. The reason being is I guess travel was something that I love to do, but when 4.5 years ago, it really wasn't on our radar. We didn't have any money. We were, swimming in debt. There was no money for traveling internationally anywhere. Um, going on camping trips was about as much as we were ever going to do. So the prospect of getting to travel for free was just incredible for me. And the first trip I won was the trip to Manifest. And then I won actually it was to Manifest, but I only won the airfare. I had to pay for my accommodation. That was a little bit of a stretch for us, I will tell you. It was quite a stretch where we were. But through the business, I was able to earn that money to pay for that. And then the next one was a trip for two to Mauritius. Oh, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe I could do that. So now I just love to take our team as many as possible on these incentives because I know how wonderful they are. I also know how important they are for your business. Okay, it's not just to enjoy this, but it's actually for your business so that you have that sense of confidence when you're speaking to people too. Well, you have a story. And so that's all part of it. You have some pictures that you can show and share to people. So our webinar tonight is how to win New York. And so this is the city of dreams. It really is. I went there once early in our marriage. Absolutely incredible city. I'm so pumped to go back and take my kids with us. I just had to show you um, Jason's dream board for going to New York. I mean, this was just announced, and here he is. He's already done this dream board up. And let's all just give Jason a big clap for that. Well done, Jason. That's fantastic. Everybody should be doing something like this. Do something that's going to. I remember when I first had first going for Mauritius, man, I had those Mauritius brochures all over my house. I had it every time I went to the fridge, it was there. It was on every time I went to do a call, I'd look at my brochure because that's what motivated. Every time I felt like being a bit lazy, I'd have my brochures everywhere. So it would motivate me to not be lazy, to push past the fear because fear's not real. It's really not real. So once you push past that, you can have the life of your dreams. I'm telling you, it's happened because I was fearful. I was scared to call people. I was scared to speak to anybody, but I just pushed myself past that, and I have now achieved all these amazing things. So let's have a look at the brochure. So just a few things. It's from BP10 to BP1. So you have quite a lot of time still to earn this. But I will say that this is a really important business period for you. Okay, this is probably the main one where you want to go all out to win this incentive. I mean, obviously you've got to keep that pace up the whole time, but if you push really hard this beat, it really sets you up for the rest of the incentive time. And I'll tell you, Manatech will treat you very well. I've been on a lot of incentives with Manatech. This is actually a super incentive. Our last super incentive was to Tahiti. We stayed in a bungalow over the water. I think that was probably a couple of $1,000s a night. the sort of thing that normal people don't really get to do that kind of thing. New York will be very much like this, and I'm sure I've actually heard they've got some things that are they're getting ready for the people that win this. So, they'll have lots of little surprises, I can tell you. It will be incredible. So how to qualify, okay? So this is a key. New and existing associates must reach National Director leadership and hold it for additional 2 business periods during the incentive period, and increase that GPV by a minimum of 8,000. And I'll just go through that in a minute. But so you need to have held it for an additional 2 business periods, okay? So that's very important. If you're a new and existing associate or a regional director, you want to get to national director as quickly as possible, and you'll work with your team leader to help you get there. And that's why I say this is the key. You need to really work at this now. I mean, last year we had, I think it was Sally, Crystal and Kate, who had only just started. Now, the last super incentive, only 2 new associates could win it, only 2 regional directors. But Kate and Sally, who were from our team, were the 2 that won that position. And so they had only just started and, got to that national director and won that trip to Tahiti. So pretty incredible. National directors must maintain national director leadership. Now this is the level that you were in BP 9. So we're in BP 11 now. So at the end of BP 9, it's the level that you were then. I'll show you a little bit about how to work that out in a moment. But if you're not too sure, just talk to your upline, because they're going to help you earn this. They're going to do whatever they can to help you earn it too. And so a lot of this other information doesn't really count, but you can only have a maximum of 65% growth required from one leg. So that means that you can't have that whole 8,000 points come from one leg. You actually have to make sure you get at least 65% growth happening in your second leg. A lot of the team didn't even really understand this, but they made it a lot more simple to understand it through, and I'll show you the form that you fill out. But really, it really is just a matter of really pushing through and making it happen. And then you must have a minimum of 5 personal enrolments, which this team is great at that. So I know that you'll work really hard. If it's a $12 pack, they need to be accompanied by 2 100-point automatic orders shipped within the incentive period. So that's pretty easy to earn. So there's some examples, but I'll just show you some examples in the tally thing too. The base group point volume will be the cumulative GPV from BP5 to BP9. Now you may not, if you've just started, you won't have any volume, so it will be at 0. So that's your base, and you just need to build on that. So you need to build that 8,000 points that I told you before. Your leadership is measured at the leadership level you held at the end of BP9. A maximum of 65% of the required growth will be allowed from one leg, and we've gone through those points. So I'm just going to take you through what to do, okay? The key to this is stay close to upline. They will help you earn this, okay? They want you to succeed. But it really is going to take you stepping up, okay? I was only a regional director, and only just a regional director, when I went for the Mauritius incentive, and I just decided, hey, I'm going for this. I want this more than anything, and I'm going to push through and make this happen. And it may mean some sacrifice now, but I can tell you, and it, just like for the Tahiti one, there were some sacrifices. I did work some extra hours. I can tell you without a doubt that sitting in my hut over the water in Tahiti while the dolphins frolicked next to me and the beautiful fish swam underneath me. It was so worth it. It was worth that. Everything. It was worth it because it was also worth it because I also built my business and I also earned, increased my income incredibly during that period. So it wasn't just I got rewarded with a trip. I actually got rewarded with a great income coming through. So XFMs, like start to plan your XFMs. You should be having, especially this month, this BP, you want to have 2 or 3 XFMs happening. You want to, we've got a few weeks left, but you want to be planning those XFMs. Even if it's just for a couple of people, get those happening. Facebook marketing. Now, our team is the only team that has this system, okay? So get to your Facebook marketing, post, get that happening. But I will also say use your own personal profile. So start putting testimonies up. If you see a testimony in the group, pop that on your page. Start a 90-day challenge with your friends. Say, any friends who want to come along for a 90-day challenge. I will also say start to lose weight, okay, guys? Start to get your own results so that you can start putting those results up. Because when you get results, I will tell you your friends will start to pay attention. Markets, can you fit some markets in this BP or, in the coming BPs? But get that happening. Speak to people. Start to speak to people. Hand out the CDs that we have. Start to do all those things. Coffee shop meetings. And 3-way calls. Get those 3-way calls happening with your upline. They want to help you, okay? Start the practice. If you're fairly new, you can say you can get lots of practice calls happening to your friends. I'm just going to show you. This is also they send this to you. So this is just a link that I clicked on and downloaded through Manatech. So this is the New York Super Incentive GPV calculator. Okay, so you pick which one you are. So just say you're a regional director or a new associate. We'll start with regional director. Okay, so simple. You just click on that and it comes up, with this. So just say your volume in BP, or you didn't get started in BP5. Let's say it's 300. There, 400, increase to 400, and you increase to 1,000, and then in BP 9 you had 1,500 volume. Okay, so that's going to give you a total baseline GP of 3,200. Very simple. It's so easy to put it in, and I'll just show you where to find that on the Manatech site. Where is it? Down the bottom here. I'll take you back where to find that information in a minute. And then say BP10, you had 2,100. You had a big increase in BP10. BP11, which is this one, you're working really, really hard, and you've got 3,000. Or let's say 3,900. Okay, that's what you finished on at the end of BP. BP12 jumped up to 6,000, and BP13, so 6,000 is you made national. BP13, say 6,800, and see, I've already won it. It already shows that I've won it. But you have to maintain national director leadership. So just say BP1 finishes on 7,500 and you've won it. Okay, so that's kind of like a simple way of showing that you've won that. Just trying to find how to get back. Oh, there we are. Sorry guys, I saw this before and it's disappeared on me. Oh, that's what it was. So even I don't really know. I've done, but it can take you back to the main section there. See if I can get back. Sorry guys. Okay, it's not letting me get back into that. I've lost the. There you go. So then this one's for a new and existing associate, but it just shows you that it's very doable. This is very doable. It's just going to take some pushing yourself out of your comfort zone and really going all out. But I can tell you it's going to pay off big time in the end. Now, where you get your baseline GPV, I'm been trying to get into there and I can't actually get back to that, but it actually shows you the example. It was down the bottom here. I must have accidentally clicked off it, but once you click on the link, which I'll put this link to get this, you'll be able to see where to find that. So, but it is in Success Tracker and under Graphs, and you can look at your baseline GPV in there. I'll also put a picture of that up in the group too later. But as you can see, look guys, this is doable. It's just going to take some work, but it will really pay off in the long run. So with the incentive, remember it's an incentive for 2 people if you're at Manifest, but if it's from your major city here in Australia, it's for 1 person, all expenses paid. Okay, so that's just it's such a great blessing and really exciting that you can earn this. And you'll be able to bring your partner for, I'm not sure how much, but they will have that option too. Otherwise, you can both get to Manifest and earn the trip for 2 from Manifest. So really exciting. I'm so excited that everybody has the opportunity to earn this incentive, and it really just takes some focus and going all out for the next couple of BPs and making this big, but particularly this BP. So whatever you need to do this BP, make it happen. You might need to get your diary and put off other things that might be there. Set times that you actually do more work than usual, and just talk to your family about it. So you might need to negotiate that a little bit, but it really will be worth it in the long run. So who's excited about heading to New York? Who's excited about that? Fantastic. Look, it's going to be an absolutely incredible trip. You're not going to want to miss this, because Manatech will spoil the people that win this. They really will. They really know how to turn it on 5-star all the way, and there'll be lots of great surprises too for that trip. So I hope that all of you come. I hope that all of you decide that you're going to go for this. and make this happen. So if you need any help with anything, speak to your upline or speak to myself. We'll be glad to take you through it or show you. But let's make this happen, guys. So see you in New York, if not before. But you have a great night, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.